40s, 50s, right into the 60s in the last century, it was still being upheld that cigarette smoking keeps you vital and active, and it was a popular belief that cigarette smoking, specifically among men, is a driver of masculinity as well. When it started becoming evident that cigarette smoking has a whole range of very, very harmful effects, when cancer cases started piling up, then the tobacco industry started sponsoring a lot of so-called scientific reports that would say that there is nothing wrong with tobacco and that cigarettes are not at all harmful for human beings. And they kept up the propaganda for another 10-20 years, almost till the end of 70s. They kept trying it till it became ridiculously impossible for them to keep pressing on with their claims. So why will they not do it? Their money is at stake. Greed can make man do anything. Greed can make man present any kind of pseudoscientific evidence, which is nothing but blatant cheating and lying. Most of the reports that still try to defend meat consumption are sponsored by groups having vested interests. Take the case of climate change as well. That climate change is happening and there is a clear scientific basis for it, was evident not today, but even 4 decades back. But then the fossil fuel industry kept sponsoring report after report that said, firstly, that there is no climate change. Then they said, oh, there probably is climate change, but it does not have to do with human activity. Global warming, they said, is not anthropogenic. Even today, they come up with something or the other that would confuse the population. That's their objective. To not let it become certain, absolutely certain, conclusively and finally certain, that climate change is happening and man is responsible for it. If you can instill some doubt in the mind of the compulsive cigarette smoker regarding whether or not cigarettes are harmful, you have given him a lease of fresh hope. He will say, it is not yet quite proven that cigarettes are harmful. So I feel licensed and entitled to continue with my cigarettes till a final proof is established. That's the little ray of hope that the addicted and the greedy mind needs. The issue has to be closed, sealed and stamped. It is final that meat eating is stupid from all kinds of reasons. And they will not let that final conclusion arrive soon. It will arrive, just as it arrived in the case of cigarette smoking, just as it finally had to be accepted by the tobacco industry that cigarette smoking is highly injurious. Today you see on cigarette packs, not only is there a warning, but there is a gruesome warning. There is that terrible face, cancer struck. It was unimaginable that the tobacco industry would agree to it 4 decades back. Today they have had to agree because now there is popular scientific consensus. But they agreed only after claiming millions of lives by spreading misinformation. Same with climate change. Now everybody is coming around to agree that yes, there is climate change and climate change is due to human activity. But they are trying to delay the inevitable. They are trying to delay that there would be ultimately a consensus. That is also what the meat industry is trying now. 50 years back, it was the tobacco industry. 2 decades back, and still it is the fossil fuel industry. And we have the meat industry, which will continue definitely with its propaganda and lies right till the end of the next decade maybe. They will evidently have to agree and submit. But then by that time they would have caused just too much and probably irreversible damage. The thing is to speeden the process. The thing is to bring it more swiftly and more deeply into the popular consciousness that what meat eating really is.